Do you have any remorse for the situation that happened? Like, do you think that you were in the wrong at all?
You know, I'll say this, man, okay? When you go back, way back, you know what I mean, before all of the whole setting up shit and doing whatever, right? This entire situation was all based on jealousy and greed. More so jealousy, you know what I mean? Because you can't get the traffic that the next motherfucker is getting. Nigga, you can't pull in the income that the next is getting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit back and pull some bullshit and try to set this motherfucker up and try to get this nigga thrown in jail for some bullshit.
Nah, but so pretty much you're saying that these guys that set you up, they were jealous.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Jealous of what, EDP? What are we jealous about? Your ability to catch teenage pubes with your teeth? Is that what we're talking about? No one is jealous of that. No one was jealous of your sedentary lifestyle, how people mocked you constantly and daily, the fact that you support the Eagles, which, I mean, come on, I don't have to explain that. Who the fuck supports the Eagles? If you're an Eagles fan, don't switch off the video, please. I'm just joking. Because don't get me wrong. Yes, these two guys that try to catch you, these shit for brains, they ruin any possible case that we could ever have about you. You know, I made a whole video about this. People, I just basically said what everyone was thinking at the time. But when you come with this comparison, you know, that you can't be a bad person because they were worse or something.
The damage that this guy done. And then again, you know damn well going through all that shit, I have to be a good person, dude.
Which, by the way, they weren't. I mean, they didn't try to fuck a 14-year-old. It doesn't make you a good person. That's not how comparison works. And what you're seeing here is EDP basically coming back, which is already a bad decision of its own, and trying to bullshit his way into believing that this is all like a hit piece, you know, this was all about jealousy. And on top of all this is the worst fucking part. It doesn't even bring cupcakes for us, man. Like, that's so inconsiderate. My guy, no one, this wasn't a jealousy hit, okay? No one is jealous of your lack of your antisocial personality. I mean, you're sending even for a 14-year-old, that's very low. You know, that she would be interested in the turds that you took. I mean, no one gives a shit about that. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended. Now, I'll still agree with him when he says that, you know, he admitted that there was no legal problem for him. I honestly believe this. Again, my video was a theory, but a theory that proved itself to be correct. He didn't go through trouble. These two idiots ruined any case that could ever be made against this guy, right? But I mean, this lack of accountability is already bad, but on top of that, he doubles down and he says that he would sue. He regrets not suing these two guys. I mean, again, these two guys are fucking idiots, but aren't you missing the point a little bit? But he is so far deluded that at this point, he admits he doesn't even need to apologize for anything. He feels like there's nothing to apologize for.
As far as the whole remorse shit, and making an apology video, first off, I'm not apologizing for shit.
Now, do I think that he should apologize? No, because most likely it's going to be a train wreck. But I didn't expect him to be doubling down this shit and saying that, no, there was nothing wrong with that. You know, when you were crying on that alley or whatever the fuck it was, there was no problem. You recognize that you did something wrong, otherwise you would not be crying. Which brings us to another point about this return of his. You know, he's talking all this big shit about suing them from defamation, which kind of doesn't make sense because it has to be lies, and there weren't any lies. You did send those shit pics. You did invite her for a cupcake that ended up being very explicit that it wasn't a cupcake at all. If anything, you wanted a cream pie, right? Then you have moments like these, like you're proud of saying the shit.
And I went to go pick up this little young ass fucking some little fucking bitch who looked like he was, if I had to guess, 9th, maybe 10th grade. And so I'm just driving this little, and so I notice how, you know, I'm hearing his phone take pictures behind me. Little do this know. No, I swear, bro. Little do this bitch ass know, I got a loaded Benelli M4 in my fucking trunk. He gets out and shit, and then like a little bitch, he actually reports me to Lyft and gets my Lyft account suspended.
Motherfucker, do you understand how bad that sounds for you right now? Talking about all this violence and with the guns that you would do and shit like that. This motherfucker was taking pictures or reporting you to Lyft. And you think that the appropriate reaction to do this live, to admit to this, in attempts to convince people that you're not the bad guy here.
Shit, I have to be a good person, dude.
That you would pop his fucking ass for that shit? Bro, what is wrong with you? Why are you playing tough when we saw you crying on that alleyway? I mean, stop. Okay, EDP, go dig a hole. I understand that you're not gonna go to jail because these two guys screwed it up. It would be expectable from good people to realize, like, you know what? I did something really fucked up. At least admit that you feel bad about it. But no, you'll double down And this is pretty obvious, people. If you're really enraged about this is gonna happen when you don't even get slapped in the wrist, on the wrist. There was no consequences. I guess he lost, obviously, a really huge income source like YouTube and all that, and he's always gonna be that social pariah. People will always see him as that guy, the cupcake man, right? But Jesus, man, I kind of expected you to get at least better, because I'm always like that. I try to be an optimist, but I'm just gonna say you're making it really difficult for people to feel sorry for you.